Assalamualaikum. Saya Cikgu Naini Harun daripada SMK Sultan Sulaiman. Okay, today I want to discuss about the tips in answering essay question. Okay, students, there are coming exam soon at March, April. Okay, so teacher find that students especially get normal mark or low marks in essay question. Okay, so what teacher want to do in this live? Teacher want to show you all how to study the Biology STPM and the tips to answer the essay question. Okay, so stay tuned. Let me discuss about this. Okay. Okay, class. Okay, there are the tips on how to study answering the question. Okay, and the Biology STPM, okay, teacher choose the topic for Biology Sem 3, where there are 6 topics to study. Okay, the first one we start with taxonomy and biodiversity, ecology, selection and speciation, inheritance and genetic control, gene technology and biotechnology. Okay, for this one, there are more specialized in essay question, okay, especially for topics taxonomy and biodiversity, ecology, selection, speciation, okay. And sometimes only a few questions about the structure. Okay, so for the inheritance and genetic control, gene technology and biotechnology, they are also in structure and sometimes in essay question. Okay, so first of all, student, whatever you study, you must refer to the syllabus. Okay, the syllabus, okay, that state what the main point if you study for that topic. Okay, you will see at learning outcome. Okay, you can find out this syllabus through website of MPM, Majlis Peperiksaan Malaysia. Okay, and reference books, okay, buku rujukan yang biasa digunakan. Okay, kita tidak ada buku teks yang khusus. Okay, biasanya kita ada buku rujukan. Dan rujukan utama yang biasa cikgu gunakan sebagai teks, what we refer as textbooks, is Campbell, Biology Campbell. Okay, if you have the one Campbell Biology only is enough, because most of the facts or idea come from this book. Okay, and the second book is Solomon, and also another book, Biology of Raven. What other books reference you can refer in the syllabus of Biology STPM. Okay, so the tips how to study or make notes. Okay, for my students, they use highlighter when read. So the important notes, and then they do their own notes. Okay, and make sure you study the syllabus first, and also refer to the reference books that I recommended before. Okay, okay, and then if a diagram or whatever graph, you must understand and memorize. Okay, because diagram and graph is used in structure question where you must label and you must you must explain the process of the diagram or the graph. Okay, and try to draw and label. And to memorize easier, you can do mind map or IT map, smart notes or whatever to memorize better. Okay, boleh gunakan mind map ke, IT ke, smart notes ke, supaya nanti lebih faham. Okay, nota yang you all baca. Okay. Juga, okay, in biology CPM century, there are more cycle or whatever, so you must also memorize the cycle of process. Okay. And for my student, if they want to have a higher score in multiple choice question, I recommend them to practice answer past year question. Okay, so past year question is similar or clone as original question. Okay, so why not? You practice only answer past year question and don't use other books that not recommended by MPM. Okay, jadi gunakan buku yang dicadangkan oleh MPM. Jangan gunakan buku yang sebarangan. Okay, untuk membuat latihan, menjawab soalan dan sebagainya. Okay, better menjawab soalan koleksi soalan STPM yang lepas yang banyak dalam pasaran dan boleh refer untuk jawapan bagi multiple choice question. Okay, for essay and structure, you must refer your teacher if the answer given is correct or not. Okay, and for my student also, I allow them recommend them to study group. Okay, maknanya saya cadangkan mereka membuat study group untuk lebih memahami sesuatu topik dan boleh bertukar idea. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the tips of answering essay question. Okay, I choose the essay question for the first one. Okay, how to describe the 3 levels of biodiversity in Malaysia? Okay, so the question needs you to give 6 marks. That means to describe the 3 level. Okay, each level will spend you 2 marks. Okay, so when you describe the 3 level, okay, describe that mean elaborate. Okay, huraikan. Okay, 3 levels. Okay, so must take the 3 levels. Okay, so the 3 levels of biodiversity in Malaysia are genetic diversity. Okay, 1 mark is given. Species taxonomy diversity, yes, 1 mark is given. Ecosystem community diversity, okay, also 1 mark is given. So you state the 3 level of biodiversity, you can get 3 marks already. And okay, another mark is referred to the description of use or definition of the use in genetic diversity, species or taxonomy diversity, or ecosystem diversity. Okay, so genetic diversity is that responsible for the variation in population. Okay, this one is another point. Okay, so you can write in your essay, in your answer. So this question is essay type, so you must write in type, essay type. Okay, so you can say genetic diversity that's responsible for the variation in the population. So you get 2 marks. Okay, easier to get 2 marks. Okay, the second one, species diversity. Okay, that responsible for abundance of the species in an area. Okay, ecosystem diversity is a complex interaction between biotic and abiotic components. Okay, so you must write in essay type, not the notes type. Okay, remember, so you can get 6 marks when you describe. Okay, so describe is the keywords. Okay, keywords that show you to elaborate, like explain, okay, huraikan, okay, huraikan 3 levels of biodiversity in Malaysia, okay. Okay, teacher hope you understand. Okay, we go to another type. Okay, for the biodiversity, if the question like this, okay, this a question of partial question, okay, the question state the example of the park or the conservation in Malaysia. So this is a real example. The National Park in Pahang and the Royal Balloon in Perak, okay, are example of in situ program. Okay, you must know what is in situ program for biodiversity conservation in Malaysia. Okay, so the area refer to the National Park in Pahang and the Royal Balloon in Pahang. So your answer must be relate to this area. Okay, so what is this two area? This is for in situ biodiversity conservation, right? Okay, so you must explain. Explain is the keyword. The action word, kata tugas ya. And the keyword, the point is the importance of both areas in sustaining biodiversity in Malaysia. Okay, if they have 9 marks, that means you must have 9 marks. Okay, so 9 point to explain the important. Okay, so you must know what's the important of both areas and then explain the important. Okay, so the important of both areas, okay, that means the important of National Park in Pahang and also the Royal Balloon in Perak in sustaining biodiversity in Malaysia. Okay, so what is the important? Okay, the main point important is maintaining the balance of ecosystem. And then you explain. Okay, any explanation refer to this, maintaining the balance of ecosystem. Any two, because you want okay more marks for the explanation. Okay, so 1 point, okay, the importance, and then explain the importance. Okay, so maintaining the balance of ecosystem, balance, the balance ecosystem. So how we balance ecosystem? Protection of water, protection soil formation, okay, prevent greenhouse effects, okay, protection of nutrient storage and so on. Okay, so teacher only choose any two that relate to the maintaining the balance of ecosystem. Okay, okay. Okay, so there are the two importance. Okay, maintaining biological resource. Okay, maintaining social benefit. Okay, so when you give in the importance, you already get 3 marks. Okay, but the explanation only given when it's referred to the main point. Okay, so for the second main point, maintaining biological resource. Okay, so what relate to the maintaining biological resource? Okay, so explanation, prevent endangered species, the biology resource that refer to food resource, work product. Okay, so any two that relates, okay, yes, okay, another you can get 2 point and plus 1 point, so you can get 3 points, 3 marks for the maintaining biological resource. Okay, so whatever the main point that the important maintaining, and then the explanation, so the pair you can get mark. Okay, mesti idea yang berpasangan. Okay, maintaining social benefit. Okay, so the explanation is ecotourism, education awareness. Okay. Okay, so another topic in ecology. Okay, for this question, what are mean? Okay, They refer what I mean. Apa yang dimaksudkan? What I mean by population distribution. Okay, one. And second one, the population density. Okay, so the marks given is 2 marks. Okay, that means you must explain the population. You must give the definition and not explain, sorry. Give definition, what I mean, okay? Definition for population distribution and definition for population density. So each definition get 1 mark, okay? For definition, actually the marks 1 mark or sometimes 2 marks, okay? Not more than that. Okay, so if 2 marks, that means you have more definition. Okay, that means definition plus explanation. Okay, this one only definition. Okay, so population distribution. Okay, this definition. Okay, you get 1 mark. Population density. Okay, so this is definition. Okay, so you get 1 mark. So 2 marks given. Okay. Okay, you see another question. State. Okay, state that means you just give the fact. Okay, state. Okay, so the state 4 advantages of quadrat sampling method. Okay, so 4 advantages, you just state, not explain, not describe, just state only. So there are advantage of quadrat sampling method. Okay, allow researchers to study population areas, cheap, easy to determine the density measurement, or easy to design, can be adapted to study uneven distribution population, less harmful for plant, or quick. Okay, that is the advantages. Okay, there are more advantages. Okay, you need only 4. Okay. Okay, how about this question? To study plant distribution in a forest, various patterns of the plant distribution should be considered. Okay, explain the pattern. Okay, that means untuk kita kaji taburan plant dalam hutan tu, kita gunakan pattern apa? Ada various pattern. Okay, pattern. Okay, explain the pattern of plant distribution. Okay, so if 9 marks, that means the patterns and the explanation. Okay. Okay, this is the first pattern. Okay, this pattern that may refer to the quadrat. Okay, I think the question before is the quadrat. Okay, so quadrat pattern. Okay, clam aggregate. Okay, clam ni clam. Okay, clam. Within the grouping, okay, so that is the pattern and explain. So individual are concentrated in specific part of habitat, okay, and so on, okay. Another pattern, uniform, regular, even distribution. Uniform, that means regular, okay, we stick the area, then, okay. Individual are more evenly spaced, equidistant neighboring, and then so on. Okay, that's explanation for this pattern. And the third pattern is random. Okay, this one is random. Okay, actually for the for school, we use random distribution for quadrat. Okay, so they scattered throughout the area. Okay, okay, this the pattern. Okay, you give the pattern, get marks, okay, and explain, you get another marks. Okay, there are only 3 patterns, so that means 3 plus 2 explanation each one, so 3 plus 6 explanations, so you get mark. Okay, and remember the pattern and explanation, okay, must be in pair. Okay, okay. Okay, if you see this question, okay, the action word say describe. Okay, for describe, that means you must elaborate more, explain more. Describe actually for process or for facts. whatever. Okay, so this one is for process. Okay, describe allopatry speciation. Okay, so get 8 marks. That means you must describe the allopatry speciation. Okay, there are more. Okay, whatever. Okay, you must write in essay type question. Okay, if you write the essay type question, you just say, okay, allopatry speciation occurs when one population becomes separated due to the geographical barrier. Okay, you get 1 mark. Such as geological change. Okay, or you give such as mountain. Okay, forming two dings. Dings refer to subpopulation. Okay, and then you continue. This prevent members of different dim from interbreeding. Okay, okay, these are the point. The separated dims undergo divergent evolution. Okay, due to the change genetically. Okay, so you continue in essay type. The separate dim will likely to have different allelic frequency. Okay, the separate genes are added upon by different selection pressure over time. Okay, the separated genes are unable to interbreed, or the separated genes become different species. Okay, so this one, when we write in essay type question, is the ideas continue. Okay, okay, but not sequence. Okay, this is described by the allopatry speciation. Okay, no need to sequence. Okay, so any age you can get 8 marks. Okay, okay. Let's see for another. When you see the question of describe, okay, another one. Okay, that's describe post-zygotic isolating mechanism. Okay, you describe the mechanism. Okay, so they have 7 marks also. Okay, so write in essay type the mechanism that reduce the viability of hybrid zygotes. Okay, so the hybrid invalidity which a preservation occur but zygote fail to develop. Okay, hybrid for sterility. Okay, because this refers to the hybrid zygote. Which F1 hybrids produce infertile steroid. Okay, you can use the symbol F1 of our first generation. Hybrid breakdown, which second generation, or you can use symbol F2. Okay, okay, F for the big one, F2. Okay, so the point you can get 7 marks. Okay, actually for this topic, for selection and expression, I think most of you doesn't like this topic. But remember, this is about the evolution process. So whatever, there are more process to remember. Okay, so don't skip whatever topics. Okay, don't spot. Okay, whatever topic you must remember. Okay. So this one is referred to the inheritance, inheritance and genetic. Okay, so in genetic there are more about the drawing schematic diagram. Okay, so sometimes also you must draw schematic diagram in essay. Okay, so if this question, okay, you must draw schematic diagram in essay. Okay, remember to study or read the statement first. Okay, okay. When grey body, okay, big B is equal to dominant, and normal wing G, okay, this also dominant, okay, and you see this have two trait. That means the schematic diagram at the cross refer to dihybrid cross, okay. So this is the Mendel cross, okay. Okay, a cross with a black body, okay, small b, and vestigial wings, small g. Okay, Drosophila is the animal, okay, the flies. Okay, 1,000 offspring are produced. Okay, so for the small b refer to the recessive. Okay. Okay, 1,000 offspring. Okay, the total of offspring are produced. The grey body and normal wings are dominant. Okay, so the statements also give you the clue. Dominant over black body vestigial wings. Okay, so the question is, when a test cross is conducted. Okay, remember test cross. So they give you the heterozygous parent with the homozygous. Okay, so heterozygous, that means they have dominant and recessive. Homozygous, that is referred to the recessive. Okay, because test cross, the heterozygous parent must cross with the homozygous recessive. Good, this question is not state recessive, but you must remember what uh, how the way cara test cross is conducted. Okay, so the question is, predict the expected result. Okay, there's an action word kata tugas ya, and the keyword, if the alleles for body color and weight shape are not linked. Okay, that means it's not linked, so is already is obey the Mendel's law. Okay, if link, not obey. Okay, this one is we just conduct test cross of Mendel, and you remember what is the ratio of test cross for the hybrid cross of Mendel. Okay, so this one. Okay, this is heterozygous cross B, small b, G big, and G small. Okay, with the homozygous recessive. Okay, you can use the Punnett square. Okay, so the gamut, for the one types one is small b and small g. Okay, so the heterozygous, they have big G, big B and big G. Small b and g, big B, small g, small b and big G. Okay, so remember, if the Mendel test crop for dihybrid, the ratio is 1/1, 1/1/1. Okay, so the marks given is 5 marks. Okay, for the Punnett square, we will given 2 marks. Okay, this 1 mark and this 1 mark. Okay, 2 marks. This either 1 mark. Okay, ataupun ratio this one ataupun this one. Okay, okay, so get 1, 2, 3. Okay, another 2, the phenotypes given. Okay, and you must state the parent what is beside don't skip parent. Okay, if you want to, don't skip the gamut. Okay, parent, the phenotype gray normal, black vesicle. Okay, 1 mark. And the genotype, okay, also 1 mark. Okay, so you are given 5 marks when draw the schematic diagram. Okay, so remember class, don't skip the title before besides this schematic. Okay, this one and also gamut. Okay, if you don't want to use Punnett square, you also use another way, but you must mention the gamut. Okay, okay. Okay, so another, I continue with that question. What is mean? Okay, so mean, that means you give definition. Okay, definition for gene leakage. The tendency of gene located on the same chromosome to be inherited together. Okay, 1 mark. Crossing over. Okay, the exchange of corresponding chromatic segment between homologous chromosome in meiosis. Okay, that's one. Okay. Okay. So you get 1 mark for each definition. Okay, the question refer to the crossing over between chromatic homologous chromosome in Drosophila. Okay, continue. In exhibit the mechanism of recombinant for the gene leakage. Okay, so this one, the keyword is for gene leakage. So the question is you must draw the schematic diagram. Okay, so you must draw. And the second one is determine its parental and recombinant genotype types. Okay, so draw. Okay, you can draw only what we say the line. Okay, and you if you want to draw the chromosome, must draw like this. Okay, or you can use a line one. Okay, line. Okay, so the what we say the linked gene. Okay, the for linked gene we what we say we draw atau kita susun dia. Okay, arrange. We arrange the allele. Okay, so the bit G and bit B. Okay, bit G and bit B. Okay, in one line. Okay, you can use line this one. Okay, big G and the small b. Okay, like this. Okay, so the line and the line. Okay, if you want to draw the chromosome, it's okay. Okay, these are small g and small b, small g, small b. Okay, so we use line. Line, line and line. Okay, okay, one mark if you state this one. Okay, okay, this will show the explanation. Okay. Okay, but for the schematic diagram explanation is you can say or not. Okay, the diagram is important. If you draw this two diagram, you can get 1 mark. Okay, and then when meiosis to occur, okay, so you explain the process. Okay, the process will be given 1 mark. Okay, crossing over between a pair of homologous chromosome, or we say homologous non-sister chromatics. Okay, this one in meiosis 1. Okay, must take meiosis 1. And then for meiosis 2, okay, this one is already have combination of gene. Okay, and this one is recessive. Okay, the recombinant of gene also. This is show you the G small and big B. Okay, because here is slash with the big B. Okay, B. Okay, so the G, big G and small b, big B and big B. Okay, one. So in the parental type for their F2 generation. Okay, so the offspring F2 generation, this one F1. Okay, so we get the parental type which is big G and big P. Okay, so we have another parent type, a small g and small b. The recombinant type is one of big G, one of small b, one of big B and one of small g. Okay, so this is the new type. Okay, so determine its parental. Okay, you get the parental. Okay, correct. And the recombinant genotypes. Okay, this one. Okay, so the draw will get 4 marks. Okay, so whatever you can refer another example diagram in your reference book. Okay, so whatever the marks will be given to the drawing. Okay, so the drawing. Okay, this 1 mark for the first one before cross over, and then when the occur crossover, you must show. Okay, if you want to try to chromosome, okay, it's allowed to, or you can draw in genotype type. Okay, you can use this one's a gamut line. Okay, so line. Okay, and then the gamut will show this one. Okay, so each genotype of the offspring is given correct, so you get 2 marks. Okay, this is for F1. For the F2, we have the marks for the parental types. Okay, so if this is draw, if you write in the genetic types, okay, so the parental type is GGBBA, okay, so the GBGBBB, this one can also the big G, small b, small g, small b, and then big B, and then the small b, then b, small g, and small g. Okay, so this only show the another size. Okay, okay, so refer to the diagram if you want to draw like this. Okay, okay, so whatever for draw of the schematic diagram, you must show the drawing. So the marks given to the drawing. And the explanation is better to the explanation also given if there are the diagram is not clear. Okay, and that's why. But remember, for the schematic diagram drawing, the draw is given for the drawing. Okay. Okay, this for the biotechnology, gene technology, and also the biotechnology. Okay, when you find the question like explain, okay, so explain is straight to the process. Okay, explain and describe is little different. Okay, describe is better, more. Explain straight to the process. Okay, explain the production of protein from mRNA. Okay, these keywords explain the action word using another keyword, genetic engineering. Okay, so this like hot question. Okay, this is a confusing question. The production of protein from mRNA, maybe you think the synthesis protein. Is that right? Okay, but you see another point. Using genetic engineering, that means using gene technology. Okay, so that means the production of protein from mRNA for cloning process. Is that right? Okay. Okay, so that's the process. Okay, so the cloning process actually more facts and more marks given for the process. Okay, so this one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 points. Okay, so the cloning process, there are 7 steps. The isolation, the restriction, and then the transformation, and then the amplification, the screening, and so on. Okay, so you must write in essay the process. Okay, firstly, isolate mRNA to produce DNA using, okay, so this one to process for cloning, production of protein for mRNA. So the cloning process. Okay, remember there are 7 steps of cloning process. Okay, so you must explain them in little more. Okay, to get 11 marks. Okay. Okay, so any 11 marks. Okay, there's 14 marks. Okay, if the question needs you to differentiate, that means to compare, differentiate only differences, okay, between cDNA and genomic DNA like this. Okay, remember class, don't use the table form. So you must write in essay. So it's better to different one idea and one idea, but in essay type, okay? Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is 1, 2, missing. Okay, so the first one is when you compare, you differentiate. Okay, there are two ideas of differences, okay, between cDNA and genomic DNA libraries. Okay, so each the same idea you can get 1 marks. The same idea. Okay, this one is the same idea. cDNA use mRNA, while genomic cDNA library use genomic DNA. Okay, this is the same idea. Okay, so get 1 mark. And so the second is also the same idea. Okay. While in the genetic, okay, it's the same idea with this one. Okay. Okay. Say cDNA require restriction enzyme, DNA ligase, reverse transcriptase, and DNA polymerase, while genomic DNA require restriction enzyme and DNA ligase only. Okay, for the second one, I think this missing idea here. Okay, so see this, the third one. Okay, yes, is a second idea. Okay, this the third idea. Okay, cDNA contain only exon. Genomic cDNA contain intron and exon. Okay, the same idea. Another is cDNA has smaller size of library, while genomic cDNA has bigger size of library. Okay. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, for the last one, so for the another type of question, describe, okay, the same, describe, okay, the amniocentesis and state. Okay, so the one mark given for state and state one of its use. Okay, this one is state. To detect chromosomal abnormalities, okay, there is one. Is a state one of its uses. Okay. Okay, so describe the amniocentesis. This is process. So describe. Okay, usually done before 4 months. A serenity is inserted through abdominal wall into uterus of pregnant woman, the position and so on. Okay, so any 7. Okay, when you describe the processes. Okay. Okay, and then if you see the question that describe the 3 characteristics of cloning vector, okay, describe, that means you have characteristics and then you must describe it, okay, not state, okay, and also describe 4 characteristics of bacteria host cell. Okay, so 3 characteristic, 3 description. Okay, colony vector can carry foreign gene. It can replicate independently of host chromosome. It has unique restriction site. Okay, and 4, it has antibiotic resistant gene. Any small in size. Okay, any 3 because they only need 3. Okay, so you give only 3, not more than that. Okay, don't give more because it will make more mistake for you. Okay. Okay, 3 characteristic. Okay, and 4 characteristic of bacteria host cells. Okay, bacteria can accept recombinant plasmid DNA. Okay, 1 point. It has antibiotic sensitive. It can clone itself rapidly. Be able to maintain the structure recombinant DNA from generation to generation. So any 4. Okay, because they only need 4 characteristic. Okay, dia perlukan 4 saja, maka 4 sajalah jawapan awak semua, ya. Okay, begitu juga untuk soalan yang perlukan 3 karakter, maka 3 je lah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think I give the tips, especially you must understand what is the action words, okay, and then the keywords, okay, for the question. And also the statement given before you must read. So whatever you must read all question first. Don't skip any. Okay. So before answer the question, you sketch down your point first. Okay. Because you don't want to lose point kan. Okay. Maknanya kena susun idea dulu sebelum menjawab soalan esei. Dan baca semua soalan esei itu, ya. Sebab nanti dia akan mencecaskan maknanya point. Tertakut kita tertinggal point. Okay. Okey, di sini juga dalam video ini juga cikgu sertakan analysis of past essay question, just for analysis, to you all make revision, but this is not analysis for sports question, because for biology STPM don't spot the question, they are the lucky question gives to you, so whatever is you must master with the syllabus, that means all the question is relate to the syllabus, jadi saya harap pelajar-pelajar semua jangan spot soalan, jika anda spot soalan, jika soalan itu tidak keluar maka anda akan rasa horrible, so dalam STPM semua soalan daripada semua topik boleh keluar, but cikgu rasa untuk soalan STPM ni setiap sem hanya ada lebih kurang 6 atau 7 topik saja kan, jadi saya harap anda semua buat rujukan yang lebih detail, merujuk kepada syllabus, so analysis here I give to you so you can see, what type of question for this topic surely, is only for your guideline, and not the sports question, yeah, C and C, so jadi saya harap anda semua telah faham bagaimana untuk menjawab soalan esei STPM dan memahami kata tugas dan dia punya fakta yang diperlukan, so make your revision, clearly, and whatever study smart before the coming exam, so if you notice for this year the semester 2 repeated, so ulangan semester 2 akan berlangsung, and then the semester 1 and the last one is semester 3, hope you understand, and you can see my live for other specific for answering technique in semester 1, this one in this video I only discuss about the semester 3, so the semester 1 you can see in my last video, bye.